Here we are then, so we're back with the high ticket closers roadmap, and it's episode 4, sales growth objection handler. By the end of this training, you're going to discover what an objection actually really is, because a lot of people actually don't really understand what an objection actually is. I'm also going to be sharing with you why sales reps keep getting objections, so you don't have to keep getting objections. And most importantly, I'm going to be sharing with you a free simple stage process that I use to easily overcome objections, so that you can easily overcome objections, you can close more deals, and you can land an incredible high ticket sales role. Okay, so let's get into this. So what even is an objection, right? All an objection really is just a barrier. It is a barrier from you changing someone's life. When you can think of it like that, it's like, don't give the objection so much power. So many people give an objection so much power that the reason being is because they get an objection and they then get worried that they don't want to be sold to. But if you've sat there with them, obviously on the last training I shared with you how to be a doctor, if you've sat with them for half an hour and they've literally told you like how much they're struggling, you know, when they're looking in the mirror and they're not feeling confident, or they're struggling with their business is gonna, you know, their business is gonna crash because they can't make any sales, right? And you've got the solution for them and they give you one objection and then you give up. Like, it's your duty as an obligation to make sure that you don't take the objection personal, and you realize that all an objection really is just a roadblock. And usually it's just either a complaint or they're not fully sold that you have the right solution for them. They might not be fully sold in you. They might not be fully sold in the product or service that you offer, or they might not be fully sold on the company that you represent, or they might actually just be quite scared to invest. They might be scared to make that decision. So many people can be scared to invest money. So if they give you one objection and then you just give up, then they're going to be like, well, why am I going to invest if you don't even believe in it to overcome that objection? So objections, they're either a complaint or they're just not fully sold, okay? And the funny thing about objections, usually the objection that they give you isn't even the real objection. So you could go on this, you could lose a sale from an objection that isn't even real, or you could try and overcome an objection that isn't even the real objection. It's like a smoke mirror. It's like an illusion, right? That's what an objection really is, and that's why it's really important. And I'm going to be sharing with you at the end of this training the 3 steps that I use to overcome any objections, so make sure you stay tuned into this. But that's all an objection is, okay? So don't take it too emotionally. Don't take it personally, because when I first got into sales 8 years ago, whenever I got an objection, it would impact me emotionally. I would take it personally and it would ruin my confidence. And when you take it personally and it ruins your confidence, you're not going to be in a very good energy. And when you're not in a very good energy, you're not going to be able to close deals. You're not going to be able to overcome objections, okay? So in terms of why sales reps keep getting objections, now there's a few reasons for this, but this is really, really important to share. So number 1, usually sales reps get objections when they're not confident. Like, how on earth is someone going to invest thousands of pounds into you if you're not even confident in what you have to offer? If you're just selling something because you want to make money, that is going to come across. It's going to come across as desperate, right? So you need to get fully sold. And that's why I believe you should sell something that you truly believe in. Like, I truly believe in my sales program. I truly believe in my one-to-one. I truly believe in the community that I'm building, right? I truly believe in that. I'm fully sold. And because I'm fully sold, I can be confident when I'm speaking to people, right? Because I got so much confidence in it. But there's been times before where I've lost the love in what I'm selling, and my sales have decreased. And that's why it's so important. And I actually share on my blueprint exactly how to get 100% sold in you, your product, and your company, okay? If you want to find out more, we can talk more about that on the call, or you can talk with the team and we can dive into exactly how I can get you 100% sold, okay? The other reason why sales reps keep getting objections is because they use them objections when you're being sold to. As an example, if you're someone that isn't willing to invest in themselves, but then you're trying to close an offer which is 5 grand and you've never invested any money into yourself either, and they give you the objection that it's too much money or they're scared to invest, because you're scared to invest and because you've never invested money into yourself, it's a lot harder to overcome that objection. And that's why, for me, investing over £50,000 into mentors has been life-changing when it comes to closing high-ticket deals. Because I've been in so many scenarios where I shouldn't have made the investment, but I did it anyway. I didn't have the money, but I did it anyway, and it changed my life. I made more money because of it. I developed my mindset, my psychology developed, I gained a better network. And because of all them scenarios and benefits that I've received from doing that, right, that's given me a life hack. That's given me a sales hack in life. And you can do that too by investing into yourself more, right? By putting yourselves in the customer's footsteps. Like whatever you're selling, let's say you're representing an online PT. You're selling an online PT coach. Are you in good shape? Would you be willing to invest into an online PT? Because if you don't believe in the product and if you're not bothered about fitness and you're not in good shape, like how can you share that energy and passion with someone when you're speaking to someone? And that's why it's so important, whatever you're selling. If you're selling a sales program, make sure you do sales training. If you're selling an online PT course, make sure you're in good shape. Make sure you have an online PT, right? Get fully immersed, get fully sold in whatever you're selling. If you're selling a health package, you know, how important is health to you? Do you really care about your health? Because if you do and you're fully sold in it, you're going to be able to represent that energy over to someone, okay? And then finally, I'm going to be sharing with you my 3 simple steps, and it's really easy. I want you to write this down if you've got your notebooks. If you're watching this whilst you're driving or whilst you're listening, re-watch these trainings, okay? You have these trainings for life to re-watch. Of course, there's the next level, which we can discuss, but you have access to this. These are going to get you results. If you're already in a sales role, these are going to get you results. If you need help landing a high-ticket sales role, then when you take the next step and you join the Sales Growth Club, we're going to be able to connect you with all the different coaches to help you land a high-ticket sales role. I'm also going to share with you how to land a high-ticket sales role so you can create your own opportunities for yourself. But the 3 simple steps I use to close any deal is number 1, agree. Number 2, understand. Number 3, ask a powerful question. It's as simple as that. I'm going to give you a little scenario now, okay? Let's say they say, I need to think about it. That's so common, right? I need to think about it, is what they say. And I'll go, I agree with you. I think you should think about it. Rather than saying, why do you need to think about it? Why do you need to think? No, you don't need to think about it. As soon as you do that, as soon as you disagree with them, if you've ever experienced, with your partner and you've disagreed with them, it causes an argument, right? Agree with them. Even if you don't agree with them, right? Because understand their perspective. I agree with you. I think you should go away and think about it. And the fact that you should go away and think about it, I take responsibility because I don't feel like I've given you enough information to make a strong decision. I take full responsibility for you. So go away and think about it. I completely understand. So step number 2 is you want to understand. You want to understand their situation. You don't want them to sell you, by the way, but you want to understand their situation. Like, understand why they might need to think about it. If they say it's too expensive, understand why they think it's too expensive, right? Understand them. And now this is some really advanced training, but if you have amazing case studies and testimonials, you can actually use that. When you understand them, you can be like, I completely understand that. And one of my clients, Leif, he also wanted to go away and think about it, but he ended up making a strong decision and moving forward. And within 1 week, I helped him triple his sales income. Ask a powerful question. Let me ask you a question. If you were to increase your close rate by triple and you tripled your income in your sales role, what would you do with that extra money? How much money would that be? Who else would that benefit? I have literally turned a negative into a positive. And that's another thing I want to touch on right now. All an objection really is a bit of negative energy. And I apologize if you hear any background noise. I'm out in Bali and there's some construction work going on. So I do apologize for that. I do have my Rode mic, so hopefully it's blocked out the noise, but I just wanted to share that with you. An objection is a negative energy. No one will buy in a negative energy. People will only buy in a positive energy. So the agree with them, the understand is going to help them get out of the negative energy, okay? And then you ask a powerful question to get them into a good energy, right? You want to find out what other than the money, like what excites you about investing into this? Other than needing to think about it, Give me one strong reason why you really want to do this. Get them sold, get them selling you. What I've shared with you, like rewatch this, is some absolute gold. And I'm excited to see you on the next training, okay? The Confident Closer, where I'm gonna show you how to pitch and how to close more deals. I'll be seeing you on the next training. To the moon.